Buying a Longines in 2026 should be easy. Instead, it's become surprisingly complicated. Hydro Conquest this, Spirit that, heritage pieces, pilot watches, flyback chronographs. Longines is making some of the best watches in Switzerland right now, and some buyers are still walking away with the wrong one. Today, I'm breaking down the Longines lineup so you know exactly where your money should go and where I'd spend mine. Let's crank the crown. The Longines Hydro Conquest Green Dial, $2,200. If you're about to buy your first Longines, chances are you've already looked at the Hydro Conquest. And honestly, I understand why. At 39mm, it wears comfortably on almost any wrist, while the deep green sunburst dial gives it just enough personality without turning it into a fashion statement. The ceramic bezel adds a premium touch you'd expect from watches costing considerably more, and the 300 meters of water resistance means it'll happily survive anything short of an argument with Poseidon himself. Inside beats Longines' automatic caliber L888, offering an impressive 72-hour power reserve and silicon balanced spring for added reliability. It's practical, dependable, easy to recommend. But here's where it gets interesting. The Hydro Conquest feels like a very good dive watch that happens to be made by Longines. And that distinction matters more than you might think. If any of these watches catch your attention, you'll find links below to exquisite timepieces, a trusted partner I've personally bought from and confidently recommend. They're an authorized dealer for leading luxury watch brands, so you can browse with confidence knowing you're getting genuine watches backed by manufacturer warranties. If you'd like to check current availability, you'll find the links in the description. The Longines Spirit Pilot, $2,700. The Spirit Pilot is where Longines stops competing and starts expressing itself. At 39mm, it strikes that sweet spot between presence and everyday comfort, while the matte black dial, oversized numerals and crisp handset make legibility almost absurdly good. The design pulls directly from Longines' aviation history, giving it an identity that's impossible to confuse with anything else in the display case. Inside sits the COSC certified caliber L888.4, delivering 72 hours of power reserve, a silicon balance spring, and chronometer-grade accuracy. On paper, it isn't dramatically better than the Hydro Conquest. On the wrist, it feels completely different. This watch has a point of view. It feels purposeful, like a leather flight jacket that's been broken in over decades. If you're buying your first Longines because you want to experience what makes the brand special, this is where I'd start looking. Most buyers will gravitate toward the Hydro Conquest because it feels like the safer choice. And to be fair, it's an excellent watch. But if this is your first Longines, I'd lean toward the Spirit Pilot. The Hydro Conquest succeeds because it's a good dive watch. The Spirit succeeds because it feels unmistakably Longines. If you value versatility, swimming capability, and maximum practicality, buy the Hydro Conquest. But if you're looking for a watch with real personality and a stronger connection to the brand's heritage, buy the Spirit. 5 years from now, I suspect that's the one you'll still be talking about. The Longines Hydro Conquest Black Dial and Blue Bezel, $2,400. This is the Hydro Conquest most people end up buying, and I completely understand why. The combination of a glossy black dial and vivid blue ceramic bezel feels familiar in the best possible way. It's clean, versatile, and works with everything from a polo shirt to a business casual office. At 39mm, the proportions are spot on, while the ceramic bezel adds a level of refinement that older Hydro Conquests never quite achieved. Inside is the Longines caliber L888 with its 72-hour power reserve and silicon balanced spring. Reliable, modern, and refreshingly drama-free. The problem? It's almost too sensible. Like ordering vanilla ice cream at a shop with 30 flavors. Nothing here is wrong. In fact, it's arguably the safest Hydro Conquest Longines makes. But safe and memorable aren't always the same thing. The Longines Hydro Conquest Frosted Blue Sunray Dial, $2,400. If the black and blue Hydro Conquest is the sensible choice, this one is the watch that reminds you why you fell in love with watches in the first place. The Frosted Blue Sunray Dial absolutely explodes under natural light, shifting between icy silver blue and rich ocean tones, depending on the angle. It's one of those dials that quietly demands a second glance. Everything else remains familiar. 39mm case, ceramic bezel, 300 meters of water resistance, and the excellent Caliber L888 with its 72-hour reserve. But the personality changes completely. This watch feels lighter, more playful, and more distinctive. Some collectors spend thousands chasing a dial that makes them smile every time they check the time. This one does it for $2,400. That's man math for you. The risk? It's slightly less versatile. The reward? It's significantly more memorable. The Longines Hydro Conquest GMT, $3,350. And here's where most Hydro Conquest buyers start asking the wrong question. Because this isn't just another color option, it's a completely different watch. At 43mm, the Hydro Conquest GMT wears noticeably larger than its 39mm siblings, giving it a more substantial wrist presence. The blue dial and matching ceramic bezel create a bold, travel-ready look, while the GMT function allows you to track a second time zone without turning your brain into airport departure board mathematics. Inside beats the Longines Caliber L844.5, a flyer GMT movement with a silicon balance spring and around 72 hours of power reserve. That's serious capability for the money, but capability isn't everything. If you never travel, you're paying for complexity you'll barely use. This is less a dive watch and more a travel tool disguised as one. This is where most buyers get it wrong. They spend weeks debating colors when they should be deciding how they'll actually use the watch. If you want the safest, most versatile Hydro Conquest, buy the black dial with the blue bezel. If you want the one with the most personality, buy the frosted blue dial. And if you regularly cross time zones, the GMT justifies every active dollar. But here's my personal take. Collectors remember great dials long after they forget specifications. For that reason, the frosted blue is the Hydro Conquest I'd choose. Not because it's the most practical, but because it's the one I'd be excited to wear 10 years from now. If you like calm, honest watch advice, hit subscribe. Now let's crank the crown and move to our heritage category. The Longines Flagship Heritage Moonphase, $3,450. The Flagship Heritage Moonphase feels like the kind of watch your grandfather would have worn, if your grandfather happened to have impeccable taste. Everything here is designed to slow your pulse. The blue-colored dial, applied indices, Dauphine hands, and beautifully integrated moonphase display create an elegance that feels completely detached from modern trends. At 38.5mm, it wears with the quiet confidence of a tailored suit rather than a statement piece. Inside is the automatic Longines Caliber L899, offering a healthy 72-hour power reserve and smooth everyday reliability. But the real magic isn't mechanical, it's emotional. This watch doesn't scream for attention, it whispers, like jazz playing in a dimly lit cocktail bar. If your idea of luxury is subtlety rather than spectacle, the Flagship Heritage Moonphase understands the assignment perfectly. The Longines Conquest Heritage Central Power Reserve, $4,300. Now this is the watch collectors secretly love. The Conquest Heritage Central Power Reserve is proof that Longines still knows how to surprise people. At first glance, it looks like a beautifully restored vintage piece. Then your eyes land on that unusual Central Power Reserve display, and suddenly everything changes. Instead of hiding the complication away, Longines turns it into the star of the show. The 38mm case wears elegantly, while the champagne dial and vintage-inspired details give it the charm of something discovered in a collector's safe rather than a modern boutique. Inside beats the automatic caliber L896.5 with a silicon balance spring and roughly 72 hours of power reserve. Ironically, the very feature that scares casual buyers away is exactly what makes enthusiasts love it. This isn't safe, it's interesting, and sometimes that's worth far more. This category comes down to one question. Do you want elegance or do you want character? The flagship Heritage Moonphase is the safer choice. It's beautiful, timeless, and almost impossible to regret. If you want a dress watch that will still look sophisticated 20 years from now, buy the Moonphase. But if you're the kind of collector who gets excited by unusual complications and watches that spark conversations, the Central Power Reserve is the smarter buy. Most people will choose the Moonphase. Most enthusiasts will choose the Power Reserve. And between the two, the Conquest Heritage Central Power Reserve is the one I'd personally spend my own money on. It's the watch I'd still be discovering years after the purchase. Now let's crank the crown and head into the category where Longines becomes genuinely dangerous to your wallet: chronographs. The Longines Master Collection Chronograph, $4,300. The Master Collection Chronograph is Longines doing what Longines has always done best, giving you an absurd amount of watch for the money. The silver barleycorn textured dial looks like something you'd find on a watch costing twice the price, while the blued hands add just enough color to keep things from feeling overly formal. At 42mm, it has presence without becoming cumbersome, and the polished case gives it that classic Swiss luxury look. Inside beats the automatic caliber L687, a column wheel chronograph movement that delivers a level of technical sophistication most buyers never expect at this price point. This watch doesn't chase trends. It doesn't try to look tactical or adventurous. It's a chronograph for someone who appreciates craftsmanship over marketing. Like ordering a perfectly aged single malt while everyone else is chasing the latest cocktail craze. The Longines Avigation Big Eye, $4,400. The Avigation Big Eye is one of those watches that makes collectors grin the moment they see it. Inspired by a Longines pilot's chronograph from the 1930s, it embraces its quirks instead of hiding them. The oversized 3 o'clock chronograph register, the famous Big Eye, gives the watch an asymmetrical personality that shouldn't work, yet somehow absolutely does. The petrol blue dial shifts beautifully under changing light, while the 41mm case feels substantial without becoming overwhelming. Inside is the COSC certified caliber L688, a column wheel chronograph movement with a silicon balance spring and around 66 hours of power reserve. But the specs aren't why people fall in love with this watch. They fall in love because it has character, real character. In a world full of chronographs trying desperately to look important, the Big Eye simply is. The Longines Spirit Flyback Chronograph, $5,550. The Spirit Flyback Chronograph is the technical heavyweight of the group. This is Longines reminding everyone that they have serious aviation credentials and aren't afraid to show them. The 42mm case feels purposeful, while the matte black dial prioritizes legibility above all else. Every marker, every hand, every detail serves a function. Inside is the star of the show, the Longines caliber L791.4, a COSC certified flyback chronograph movement with a silicon balance spring and approximately 68 hours of power reserve. The flyback function allows instant chronograph resets and restarts with a single push, a feature born from real aviation needs. It's genuinely impressive. The problem? Sometimes the most technically capable watch isn't the one you'll enjoy wearing most. This feels less like jewelry and more like equipment. For some buyers, that's exactly the appeal. For others, it may feel almost too serious. When this channel reaches 10,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away this brand new Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT. I'll publish a dedicated giveaway video with all the details once we get there. This giveaway is my way of giving back to the watch community that supports this channel. Entry will be free, and one eligible entrant will be selected at random. This category isn't really about which chronograph is best, it's about what kind of watch enthusiast you are. If you want maximum value and traditional Swiss refinement, buy the Master Collection chronograph. If you want personality, charm, and a watch collector's constantly compliment, buy the Avigation Big Eye. And if you're obsessed with engineering, aviation history, and technical capability, buy the Spirit Flyback. Most buyers will assume the Flyback wins because it's the most expensive. I disagree. The Big Eye is the watch I keep coming back to. It has that rare ability to feel both historically important and completely unique at the same time. If I could only buy one chronograph from this lineup, that's where my money would go. So, which Longines should you actually buy? Well, I think most people make the mistake of looking for the best Longines. The better question is, what kind of watch owner are you? If this is your first serious watch purchase, the Spirit Pilot is the one I'd point most people toward. It captures what makes Longines special without asking you to compromise practicality. If you're shopping within the Hydro Conquest family, don't get distracted by colors alone. Buy the one that fits your lifestyle. A GMT only makes sense if you'll actually use it. If you're a heritage lover, the flagship Heritage Moonphase is the safer choice. But if you're the type of collector who enjoys discovering new details years after a purchase, the Central Power Reserve is the hidden gem of this entire video. And when it comes to chronographs, the Avigation Big Eye is the watch that surprised me the most. Not because it's the most advanced, but because it's the one with the strongest personality. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which Longines would you buy with your own money? And which one do you think most people get wrong? Let me know in the comments below. If any of these watches have been whispering to you throughout this video, I've linked them below through an authorized dealer I trust. They carry full manufacturer warranties, and it helps support the channel at no additional cost to you. Thank you for watching, and if you made it this far, please subscribe. And if you liked this video, you should watch this next one on the screen because you might like it as well.